Jon. This is Daniel. I always thought that you, as a light heavyweight, could compete at heavyweight without gaining any weight. I thought if you fought these guys at the weight that you and I fought, you would find success because I thought you were skilled. 237, that's 11 pounds lighter than the last fight. Did you do that on purpose to try to be smaller and be more like the guy that was fighting down at 205?
Yeah, I did. I've noticed the smaller I get, the more active I become. My output, my movements are faster. My hips feel better. My high kicks are there. Like at 260. I'm sorry, I did get up to 260 at one point. But yeah, the bigger I got, I found myself depending on my boxing only. And I think with Stipe, my versatility is going to be key. My speed and endurance is going to be key. So, yeah, we noticed an improvement in mobility as the weight came off. And I just said, hey, let's keep this going. And I'm glad that we did that because I really do feel great today. I feel more like myself.
You're just better at those weights opposed to as bulky. You and I and everybody else, there's a bit of an animosity that goes into the fight, but you operate well in that. It seems as though with Stipe, you have found things now to kind of almost create a little bit of chaos. Do you just like it more? Like, I'm not going to sit here. Somebody said today, or they said, it's out of question for Stipe to say something about someone's kids. And I said, I would have talked about somebody's kids because we're getting ready to fight each other. I mean, it is what it is. But do you like it better when there's a little bit of that thing underlying?
It's hard to say, DC. I remember when you and I were fighting, I was just so passionate about it, and like I didn't want you to have one day over me in training. I remember I think we both trained on Christmas Day, trying to beat each other. It does do something special when you don't like the guy. But also I fought guys like Cyril Gain, where we were very respectful towards each other, and we saw how that fight turned out. At the end of the day, I never did anything wrong to Stipe, and I found a video a few months ago where he was in his living room and someone was talking about me and my legacy, and he was just like, my kids will never look back and look at me as an asshole. And I'll find the quote, but he said it. I'll never forget the way I felt that day. I thought to myself, okay, you're another one of these fighters who hate me for no reason at all. And then when he called me, a bitch, I was just like, all right, it's clear that you don't respect me, and which is unfortunate because I've never had anything but respect for Stipe. I didn't make this stuff up. You never forget how you feel when you hear certain things, and animosity or not, I'm grateful that whenever I step into the cage, I can set all emotions to the side and focus on what is what. And that's skills, tactics, timing, having fun out there.